everyone, it's Carol from Covered Bridge Decor, and I needed some fancier carrots than what I had. Mine were kind of rustic looking that I owned, and so I went to my stash and I found this upholstery fabric, and the right side is green, and I've made one of those for the other side of my bunny rabbit that's on my dining room table. But when I was messing with it, the backside of it is orange. So I'm making one of the green and two of the orange for each side. Now, so I'm going to have to flip this over because I want that to be on the outside. So here's what I'm going to do. This cone, I think I got this from like the Tablecloth Outlet or Favor Mart or one of those. Anyway, I got a whole big pack of them, and I've used most of them for Christmas, but this one is 7 inches tall, and it's just that cheap white styrofoam, and which is fine to cover. And I'm gonna lay this down, and there's a center line on there, so I'm gonna come down, oh, I don't know, about that far, which ended up being from the edge of the cone to the outside about 5.5, 6 inches, something like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start this off with a bead of hot glue, and I'm not going right to the edge, just kind of close, and I'm just eyeballing it the length of this cone. And instead of sticking my hands in that hot glue, I'm gonna roll this baby over into it like that and let it sit there for a second. And then all you do is I'm gonna keep rolling it. I'm just gonna roll that over like that. And then I'm gonna roll it over again. Just kind of, it's real simple. And you can do this with any kind of fabric. It's just that I needed something fancier for my dining room table. So I'm gonna give this one more go. I think I'm gonna come up onto the carrot itself and roll that over. And then I know I've got good coverage. So I'm gonna let that sit there for 1 minute. My yard man came a minute ago and stirred up my pollen. And now, I'm just gonna, kind of did this backwards, but I'm just gonna, I don't have to be careful. Here's the end of my cone, so I'm gonna come in here a little below that to make sure I've got room. Bless it. And this is just an ugly cut. I will fix it when I get it loose. Okay. Now, all that extra fabric's gone. The fuzzies are here, but the fabric's gone. So now, I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to trim some of this up a little bit. Alright, now that's pretty good. This is too long, but we're going to fix that in a minute. Now, I'm just going to take, see how this end is? I need a little more glue right here. If you ain't used to a hot glue gun like I am, you might want to get you some finger protectors. And I think I'm just going to snip that off. You can tuck it down in, but I'm just going to snip it off. Okay. Now. Alright, and I am going to, instead of making this real tidy on the end, you know, carrots got a little fuzz on the bottom of them, a little bit of stuff, so I'm going to kind of snip that up, and I may clean that up a little more in a minute. But you get the idea. And we can kind of take our glue and flip that over right there. I'm just going to dot that. And pray I don't get burned. Now, there we go. That's good. Got that end closed up. And then up here, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put me a little hot glue up here because I want it to stick a little bit, but it doesn't need, I don't want it real tight. You can make them tight, and you can also tie these up and put greenery in them. But as you saw on my intro, I have a greenery wreath around my bunny rabbit, and it was just too much. I tried it, but it didn't work too good. So I just kind of made a little like that. And then I'm going to pull all this up. And kind of bunch it like I want it. And then I'm going to bring my crappy scissors over here because I sure don't want to cut my jute with my good fabric scissors. Alright, and I'm just going to tie that in a knot. And I'm going to cover that up in a minute because if you were doing a rustic one, this would be cute, or raffia. But that's not where I was going today. And then I'm just going to trim these off with my scissors that come out of the drawer. I have a drawer full. Alright, so there's what we got right now. And that's okay, but this is long. So I'm just going, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be straight, in my opinion, because, you know, carrots are not straight. And then all I did was make some slits in it like this right here. Different sizes. And it makes a little carrot top that's not a bunch of greenery up next to my little greenery wreath. I didn't want that. I tried it and I didn't like the way it looked, so we backed up and punted on that. And you can make some of them real skinny and some of them bigger. It don't matter. And there you go. There it is. And I'm probably just going to take a little piece of this fabric. I don't know. You really can't see it. See the jute. But there it is. There's your carrot. Ta-da. How long did that take? Not long at all. So you got this. You need to make a carrot? Go for it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, or comment on my video. It really helps me since I'm doing this channel brand new. Thanks for watching. I think this turned out beautiful. Thanks for following along. Please like, comment, let me know what you think, and follow my channel.